Hello there, my name is Kamya Samuel. Now, as someone who has worked with farmers for close to 10 years, helping them to solve crop nutrition and crop protection programs, I do have experiential knowledge in dealing with such issues, and therefore I have first-hand knowledge of the farming experience. And not just that, but I personally have also been a farmer, and I am a farmer because I'm doing farming on 575 acres of farmland, where I hope also to deploy the solution that I'm presenting to you. Now, in my journey of working with farmers, I've come to realize that the farming experience is going to be plagued by two major problems. Problem number one is knowing how to grow a crop. I realized or at the outset or after a long period of time dealing with the farmers and also doing my own work that it is not enough to grow a crop. What is important, it is you need to understand how to grow that crop. And the how of growing a specific crop requires that you understand the nutritional requirements, requires that you understand the pests and the diseases that might afflict that crop and therefore may prevent you from bringing your crop to full term and to harvest. And so this program is principally a knowledge gap program. You need to know, you have to know. And not very many farmers have access to that. And not very many farmers have access to people like me, a botanist, a plant scientist, who understands the nutritional requirements of their crops. But what if we could deliver a solution that can easily solve that problem of theirs and affordably, all right? And then the second part of this program, of the farming problem that I've come to also see, is how to access markets. In other words, market intelligence. You need to know where you are most likely to gain the most from your produce and from your labors. Because we have had instances, I've seen instances, I've also had them, where the middleman, for example, takes the lion's share of the earnings, of the revenue that the farmer spent months toiling for. In other words, we've seen cases where they take 75% of the proceeds from crop sales, and the farmer goes away with 25%. Now, we need a solution that can flip that affair, that state of affairs. And ladies and gentlemen, my proposition and my solution is AgriSage. AgriSage, as the name suggests, is agricultural wisdom. So what is AgriSage? AgriSage is an IoT, an algorithmic, and AI platform. So it combines these three technologies to deliver a solution that brings the required knowledge. It is like a farming assistant that is always there. He knows more about growing tomatoes, perhaps even much more than your typical professor at Makerere University. That's what AgriSage is capable of doing. So through the algorithms, it can also be used as a diagnostic tool. For example, it can be able to tell you that your soils have low pH or high pH, whatever it is. It can also identify diseases, and then it can drive and automate certain processes on your farmland. Things to do with irrigation, the things with data correction, for example, drive drones around, correct video data and what have you, and all those things. Now, all of this is being done while you are in your comfort. And AgriSage gives you update that we found this and this and this, and we found this plague and what have you. And therefore, you can deliver this solution to solve this problem. For example, if it identifies aphids, it says in sector so and so that there is an outbreak of aphids, and then you apply pesticides in that region. In a way, you end up doing precise and smart farming. You save more on inputs, and the problems are identified in a timely manner. So chances of losing your crop are reduced to 10% from 100%. And that 10% is represented by circumstances that are beyond your control, such as acts of nature. And so those ones might trouble you, but you will still bring your crop. Now, once you've brought your crop to maturity and to harvest, what do you do next? You need to be able to go to market with market intelligence so that no one takes advantage of you. Now, AgriSage is agentic in a way that it will know that the crop is ready because of the computer vision module, and then it will get that information and deliver Now, as the team, I'm the team lead. My name is Kamia Samuel, and I'm a biochemist, I'm a botanist, I'm a software engineer, I'm also an entrepreneur, and I have a great deal of experience working with farmers in the area of biological fertilizers. We have been selling them crop nutrition solutions. Then on my team, I have Subway Henry. He's an expert in mechatronics, so he will build the hardware that we need to deploy to help the different farmers. And then the third person that we have on our team is Mugabe Julius. He's an agronomist and is running an active demonstrational farm in PG district. So our team is well placed and well poised to deliver this solution and also to bring it to market. Now, in the case of any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will answer all your questions. And then we also have other demos of AgriSage for the UI and also for the API platform, which is designed so that researchers can actually access the API and use them in their research in crop diagnostics, so to identify diseases and to identify pests. So that's AgriSage in a nutshell. So in the case of anything, this is how we make good on Uganda's potential to feed 200 million humans, according to our agriculture. And this is how we transform agriculture and scale it from an individual starting out as a smallholder farmer to doing large scale, because the AI platform is able to manage thousands of crops and several acres of crops. So with that, thank you for listening, and I hope this has helped. In the case of any other questions, let me know, and I will answer each and every one of them for you. Thank you.